Now, that fire in Maui, the campfire in Paradise, the NorCal wildfires, and even the Oroville Dam spillway disaster back in 2017 forced people to evacuate almost immediately.
Tonight, we're looking at lessons learned from recent disasters and what happens when there's no other place to run.
The latest fire in Maui is forcing many people to take a closer look at their evacuation plans.
ABC 10's Devin Truby spoke to officials in the foothills and Tahoe basins to see what lessons can be learned from wildfires and the changes made. Devin.
Laura, I think it's something on everyone's mind, and many cities in our region are faced with similar evacuation issues we have seen with the Maui wildfires. Towns with only one way in and out, and places like Tahoe, an abundance of tourists and folks that don't live there year-round.
As the firestorm engulfed Maui, thousands of people tried to flee, clogging the roads, causing gridlock, forcing some to jump in the ocean to seek shelter from the flames. Others didn't make it out alive, a scene that we've seen play out here in California.
Like what has happened there, we experienced with Caldor 2 years ago. And it is getting into fire season. That thought of that natural disaster is in the forefront.
2 years ago, the Caldor fire creeped dangerously close to South Lake Tahoe. Lines of cars stopped as people tried to evacuate. A scary lesson the El Dorado County Sheriff's Office learned is the need for a steady flow of traffic.
Traffic lights are set up to where it's a constant green to allow for a smooth flow of traffic. That way it doesn't create backups of traffic, which could be extremely catastrophic, which we've seen obviously just recently in Maui, but then also too in Paradise, other fires that we've had locally here.
In Placer County, the Board of Supervisors learned lessons from last year's mosquito fire, which prompted 11,000 people to evacuate Forest Hill.
That they should have multiple plans and points of ingress and egress.
Also, they're focused on tourists getting evacuated as well.
Visitation. And are people visiting here as aware and prepared as they should be as our locals?
Evacuation printouts are posted and available at all hotels and recreation areas for guests to see. Placer County Sheriff Wayne Wu taking it a step further.
Effective July 1st, we now have a full-time sheriff's lieutenant and an assistant chief with the Placer County Fire District that's embedded into our Office of Emergency Services just to work on things like this community event tonight.
Maui's wildfires have also caused many concerns after their sirens and notification system didn't engage. Now, all our agencies shared if the systems failed, officers would go in person for notifications, driving through towns with a special high-low sounding siren. And you'll never hear this siren any other time. If you've been to Europe, though, you might have heard it. It's their same siren.
And we should point out that town hall is tonight at 6 p.m. at Kings Beach. You can attend in person or even on Zoom. Devin, thank you.